Hey guys, what's up? It's KD. Welcome back to my channel. I just would like to say I am so happy with the feedback that I'm getting from you guys about the content that I'm putting up. So today's video is pretty much like an answer to some of your questions that you've been sending me on social media. And I'm actually really happy that you guys have asked this question because it's actually something that I've really been wanting to share, but it just has to be shared in the right way, because I don't ever want to come across like I like this country more than I like this country, or I never want to offend anybody because there's a lot of people's feelings involved. But before we get to that, I would like to share something with you. It also pertains to a lot of questions that I've received about my skincare regimen, my daily regimen, and so forth. So here it is. Okay, so what I'm about to say is probably going to piss off a certain industry. Do you wear glasses? I wear glasses, but I only wear glasses to see far away when I am under heavy UV lights. For example, normally I don't have to wear glasses, but whenever I'm in certain grocery stores or like certain like warehouse settings, where there's a lot of like, I don't know, it's like this iridescent light. For some reason, my vision gets bad. Even in school, in my classroom, that's why I sit up front, because certain lights cause my vision to get bad. I can't explain it, but what I've noticed is, and for a long time, I was told about you being able to take certain vitamins to correct your vision. But of course, they're not going to tell you that because they want you to keep wearing glasses and having to constantly get prescriptions and, things like that. Well, I am here to tell you about, I don't know if it's an herb, a plant, a vitamin. I don't know what it's classified as, but there is something that I take, and I had stopped taking it, and I didn't need to wear my glasses as much when I was taking it. And then I found it here in France under the Juvamine brand, and this is called lutein, and you can look this up. Lutein or lutein, I believe it's lutein in English. Lutee. In French, it's Luteine. In English, I don't want to say it wrong, so I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, this looks like a type of berry, actually, like a boysenberry, blueberry, cassis. But I guarantee you, like, this has helped me so much. Like, I don't even wear my glasses nearly as much as I used to. I can kind of basically go without them. It's just like I said, when I get into these areas, these locations, spaces with a lot of like bright, white iridescent light, my vision gets bad. Also, there's another one that you can take. It's called Bilberry. Now, Bilberry is another plant. We're just going to say plant. Bilberry is another plant that you can find in any local drugstore. I believe in America, CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, places like that, even Sprouts, and a lot of stores that cater to a more healthy lifestyle. They also would have Bilberry. So it's lutein, Bilberry, and you can Google all this. But yeah, there are other options to clearing up your vision outside of eyeglasses. So I just wanted to share that with you because I'm sure there's not too many people out there sharing that type of information because they want to keep you on medicine and keep you constantly going to the doctor. These are ways that I believe eliminate the problem and not keep the problem going. Now, on to your questions. I have been getting asked a lot lately about what it's like living in another country, moving from America to another country. And just to give you a little background, right? Before social media, I used to travel a lot. It was part of my job as a model, but also it was just something that I love to do. Some of my favorite places, too many to talk about. The list is too long. And I just don't want to say it right now. But no, listen, I would really love to encourage you to consider the option of maybe taking up residence in another country. Here's why. Now, to be honest, if there wasn't a lockdown, quarantine, confinement situation, COVID thing going on, I don't know that I would have really been, I don't really know. I can't say either way, but I kind of feel like being on lockdown, quarantine made it easier for me to make this decision because, and this all happened like right as I made my decision to take up residency here. It was just easier because everything was closed. There was really nothing else to do. So it just made it easier for me to go to school and do all the things that is required. When you are seeking citizenship to another country, each country has a different regimen, a schedule, program, system set up. And here in France, it is, and I don't know if it's the same way in America. You know, it's funny because when you take the classes that are necessary to gain citizenship here in France, the picture that they paint, the history that they give, the way they walk you through it and everything is paid for, you know, it really makes you fall in love with the country even more. Like if you have ever traveled to France, Paris, wherever, Saint-Tropez, the same way you feel when you're on vacation, I feel that way every day. And it's funny because I've been here for, I think, almost 3.5, 4 years, living permanently. I moved here literally December 31st, 2019, New Year's. So it was literally like January 1st, 2020 is when it became permanent for me. And, but yeah, you know, it's such a great place. It's like when I go through the city, I see the same stuff all the time, the same castles, the same battle forts, the same amazing views. And it's still like, wow. After all this time, it's still like, wow. I mean, the Mediterranean, just the fact that I can just literally like, in 5 to 7 minutes, I'm at the French Riviera, the Mediterranean, you know, is pretty cool. And just learning the history of this place. France has France is older than America. And they, as far as the history goes, everybody here is fully aware. A major percentage of the citizens here are fully aware of all of this country's history. Education is serious here, and it's free, which is cool. I mean, nothing is really free here because they take, you know, so much money out of your taxes. But I mean, you know, you just kind of, I don't know how to say it. You don't pick your poison. It's like a teeter-totter. No, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like Yes, they take a lot of money out of your taxes, but yes, your entire family can go to school all the way up until a university for free. Yes, Medicare, everyone gets insurance here. Everybody gets health insurance. It's not all free, right? When you're new and you're just getting going and you can't work yet, yes, everything is free. But, and then like $30 a month, 49 bucks a month, euros. I'm not used to saying euros. 30 to 40 euros a month. I was paying in America, I think I was paying almost $1,350 a month for insurance. And I very rarely went to the doctor. I was too afraid, to be honest. So it's like, I just don't trust the medical system. It's a whole nother story. But anyways, so yeah, I really just want to take this time to just plant a seed in your mind as to what if I were to go live in Jamaica, off the land, where there's just like food everywhere, growing from trees just everywhere, and there's just plenty of everything, fresh water. Or maybe what if I went to go live in Germany? Now, I don't know much about Germany, but I do know I spent like 6 months in Germany when I was younger because I went there on a modeling assignment and I loved it so much that I stayed there. So I was in Hamburg, and then I went over to Holland, stayed there for a little while. People love Americans. If you're American and you travel to another country, I guarantee you're not all countries, but most countries. If you're American and you travel to other countries, most other countries, you're gonna be very well received. And we have Hollywood to thank for that. It's amazing how many people in other countries really get into and believe in what they see on television or in movies. And then I have to come in and spoil it for them and tell them it's not really like that. Oh yes, I'm the party pooper. But no, I don't kill all dreams and fantasies, because a lot of it, there is a lot of really great things to America. But I must tell you, the way I'm feeling right now, it's like I can't say that. I just want to be here. We're going to go into this. I'm going to do like maybe a 2 or 3 part series to this video, but I just want to plant a seed today in your mind. It's like Africa. Oh my God, I've been traveling to Africa for so many years, and I've been to so many different parts of Africa. And it's just amazing how, I've always admired Africa because, especially the women, but I've always admired Africa because every single African that I've ever met, and I've met a lot, they all speak at least 4 to 5 languages. It's just not like that in America. Everyone knows their origin, everybody knows their lineage and where they come from, and they know exactly what cultures are pumping through their veins. And I'm embarrassed sometimes that I can't answer that question because it's never been taught to me. So, I don't know, I'm starting to feel like this is a diary or a journal or something. But at the end of the day, I know that you're going to learn something from this, because there have been some really, really wonderful, famous people who have left America and moved to other countries like France, that have gone on to do amazing things. And I'm sitting here looking at myself like, wow, I'm an actress. I'm African American or Black or whatever. And I am living in France. James Baldwin, who I just learned about. Josephine Baker, who's being honored this month. Even though she died in 1975 or something like that. Like they're honoring, I believe they're honoring her like this month, and they're putting her, they're capsulizing her. I don't know how else you say it, but she will be forever memorialized in like a very, very powerful space here in France that is only delegated to like the most distinguished people this country has ever possessed. And she's American, and she was a Black woman. And you know what's funny is a lot of the people who left America to come to France were fleeing all of the racism. And it's just funny that when you do leave America, that kind of stuff, it's like, you just feel so free when you don't have to just deal with that shit. Like the fact that I don't have to be afraid of the police here. And I know you must think like, oh, what do you mean, Katie? You're a girl, you're pretty, you're an actress. You don't have to worry about that. The fuck I don't. What do you mean? So yeah, you know, there's so much stuff that I no longer have to worry about, especially the food. Let me tell you something about France. France don't play when it comes to food. And they definitely don't play when it comes to all the chemicals and all the nonsense that people in other countries are putting in the food. They don't play that here. They are very strict about what goes the food here. This is an agriculture country. So I feel so healthy. I don't eat fast food. I cook all my food if I can. And I had someone ship me some seasonings from America. And it's funny because when I started using them in my food, I kind of felt a difference. And I've met some people from corporations that make food. One of them starts with a Y, and they make yogurt. And I was talking to this individual, and it was like, we were talking about the difference between, because when you come to France, the same products that you may have tasted in America, they taste completely different here. So what happens is the companies create different recipes for different regions in different countries. So the guy was telling me like, you know, in America, we have to put so much sugar. Because I asked how come it tastes so different. It's like, well, the American recipe, they request a lot of sugar in the products that we send for them. Their recipes are completely different. Hey, so listen, I've probably talked enough this video. As you can see, my voice is getting hoarse. So listen, thank you guys so much for watching. We're just going to call this part 1 of this video. There's a lot that I would love to say, that I need to say, that I want to say, and a lot of information that I have to give you. So I don't know how many parts this series is going to be, but we'll just start this off as part 1. But listen, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for your patience and your time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to put the link below to some places where I feel like you can find like some good herbs and vitamins and things like that for your health. I'm not a doctor. The advice that I give or the recommendations that I give regarding like herbs or vitamins or any type of nutrition, it's just because it's what I use and it works for me. So in my desire to help save the world and heal the world, I just thought I'd share the information. With that said, I will see you on the next clip. Thanks for watching. Peace.